Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is absolutely close to the hearts of so many of us, our exotic companions. Whether you share your home with a vibrant parrot, a quiet turtle, or a really fascinating reptile, you know the unique joy they bring into our lives. But unlike a dog or a cat, these remarkable creatures can't cry out or whimper when they're in pain, or when they're lacking something they desperately need to thrive. They are, quite literally, speechless. And that means it is entirely up to us to anticipate those needs. So in this explainer, we're going to dive deep into their unique health requirements, explore the hidden biological struggles they face in captivity, and look at how we can use veterinary science to give them the vibrant, healthy lives they deserve. To guide our journey today, I want to anchor us to this powerful philosophy from MBS NUTRICIENCE, feeding the future, healing with science. You know, this isn't just a catchy tagline. It represents a profound responsibility. When we bring these extraordinary creatures out of their wild habitats and into our homes, we take on the role of their absolute providers. We are literally responsible for their future. And because their physiologies are so complex, we just can't rely on guesswork. We really have to lean on science to heal, protect, and nourish them. Because caring for these animals requires a lot more than just affection. It requires scientifically backed compassion. Now, we all share a deep emotional connection with our exotic pets, but love alone doesn't build strong bones or prevent metabolic diseases, right? Understanding their hidden biological needs is the ultimate act of care. It's our duty to bridge that gap between their natural wild environment and the captive environments we provide. By understanding exactly what's happening inside their bodies on a molecular level, we can transform our good intentions into vital, life-sustaining action. Section 1. Hidden Dangers for Exotics. When you think about the incredible variety of exotic pets out there, from ancient-looking tortoises to brilliant macaws and resilient iguanas, they seem vastly different. But beneath their scales, shells, and feathers, this huge variety of species actually shares a common, life-threatening vulnerability. In the wild, they thrive on incredibly diverse foraging and unrestricted, unfiltered natural sunlight. But in our homes, despite our absolute best efforts, they're cut off from those vast natural resources. And this leaves their highly specialized, complex systems heavily exposed to invisible internal breakdowns. And when those invisible breakdowns finally manifest physically, the indications are severe. For turtles and tortoises, we're talking about soft shells and agonizing deformities that can stunt their entire lives. Across both birds and reptiles, we see generally poor growth and stunted development. But one of the most terrifying dangers happens during breeding. A sudden calcium crash can lead directly to egg binding, which is a terrifying and frequently fatal condition where a female physically cannot pass an egg with a weak shell. On top of that, all of these exotic animals experience extreme vulnerability during periods of high physical stress, like moulting, where their bodies are just utterly depleted of resources in a matter of days. Behind all of these frightening symptoms lies one primary root cause: calcium and mineral deficiency. This is a critical nutritional shortfall. It's not just that they aren't eating enough food, it's that their enclosed habitats lack the highly specific, bioavailable minerals their complex systems require. When this happens, their bodies are essentially forced to leach calcium directly from their own bones just to survive. This domino effect literally drains the structure right out of them, leading straight to brittle bones, collapsed immune systems, and a total compromise of their natural vitality. Section 2. The calcium and mineral solution. There is a night and day difference when proper nutrition is introduced. On one hand, you have the painful reality of mineral deficiency, weak bones, poor hatchability for offspring, and stunted, painful development. But on the flip side, when we provide complete, targeted nutrition, their bodies instantly begin repairing those deficits. Bones regain density, shells become rigid and impenetrable, and offspring hatchability absolutely skyrockets. We see a return to their natural strength. It is literally the difference between an animal merely surviving in captivity and an animal truly thriving. Let's actually break down the exact science of how that transformation happens by looking at what is inside just 1 milliliter of the SHELLVEX formulation. First, you get 220 milligrams of total calcium, perfectly balanced between calcium lactate and gluconate for high-quality support. But the absolute game-changer here is the inclusion of 1,000 IU of vitamin D3. An exotic pet can consume all the calcium in the world, but without D3 acting as the biological key, their bodies simply cannot absorb it. Combine that specialized D3 integration with vitamin A, 18 milligrams of essential trace minerals like magnesium, zinc, manganese, and copper, plus vital amino acids and vitamins, and you've got complete total system support. Now, because SHELLVEX is a premium liquid supplement, it completely bypasses the difficult digestion of hard pills or powders. For an animal that's already struggling with a deficiency, energy is precious, so this liquid format ensures the nutrients go straight to work in the animal system. It is incredibly easy for their digestive tracts to process, immediately promoting overall immunity and restoring that crucial vitality from the inside out. Plus, administering this is entirely stress-free, which is exactly what you want when you're caring for vulnerable exotics. After a quick shake, you simply mix 1 to 2 milliliters directly into their daily drinking water or soft food. They just take it in naturally as they eat and drink. And during those high-stress periods we talked about earlier, like breeding, molting, or rapid growth phases, you simply double that dose to meet their spiked biological needs, unless otherwise directed by a veterinarian. Section 3. Inside the SHELLVEX formula and trusted experts worldwide. You know, clinical transparency is absolutely paramount when dealing with exotic pet health. With SHELLVEX, you get clear, exact dosages for every single ingredient, right alongside proper storage protocols to ensure the vitamins and minerals remain perfectly stable and effective. There are also strict disclaimers explicitly stating it is an animal feed supplement, which really reinforces its targeted veterinary use. And MBS NutriScience backs this formulation up with some serious, rigorous global credibility, with certifications ranging from good manufacturing practice to ISO quality management and full FSSI compliance. They guarantee a scientifically formulated, premium quality approach. This proves that you aren't just giving them a standard pet store mix, but trusted, world-class veterinary nutrition designed by true experts. Well, that brings us to the end of our explainer today, and it leaves us with one really vital question to think about. These beautiful, speechless creatures rely entirely on us to bridge the gap between their captive environments and their complex biological needs. The science is clear, the solutions are right there, and the responsibility is ours. So how will you ensure the natural strength and vitality of your speechless exotic companion today?